Good morning. That's me finally out of the trees. I've been walking for about an hour and a half, going very slowly, not feeling it. I've been walking about an hour and a half from the car park at Bagnères de Luchon and through the forest mostly. It's cool but clear, perfect day for a hike, just to get warmer later on. But I do have ice axe and crampons and gaiters because I do plan to head up here to this these peaks up here, and I'll zoom in a minute, but there's tons of snow and they're on very steep slopes, so you can't take a risk of going across them without crampons. You just slide, even though it's only 10 days away from Midsummer's Day. There's still plenty of snow above 2,200 meters, especially on north facing slopes. So that's the idea, is to go. I'll spin it around and show you here. Yeah, so firstly I got to get to that col there, just at the base of that slope, and head up to the right over that shoulder along that ridge underneath that larger mountain, and you can see some little bits of snow just there across those, and that takes you up to the high lakes of Celinda and Port Vallee, and that's the minimum target. Hopefully I get above that. There's a peak to the right of that, which I'll show you in a minute, called Istal, 2,750 meters, and if possible I'd like to go up that. Part one complete. That's this is called Pinata. It's about 2150 meters. So I've done about, I'll take a screenshot and put it on here, about 1,000 vertical meters elevation gain already, and I love this little spot because you can see over here. You've got Peak Sacru up here, you've got the Col de Sacru there, and it takes you, if you keep on going, it'll bring you eventually around to Hospice de France, and then behind us obviously you've got to where I came from, and the high peaks, the plus 3,000 meter ones, which I plan to do one or two of in the summer. Who watch this space. But the other reason I like this spot is because you get phone signal, so I can I've left the pup at home with the good lady, and I need to check in. I've got to build up a lot of brownie points to do these hikes because he's hard work at the moment. He's teething and he's into everything. Great fun, but he's far too young to come in any of these. And of course, the wonderful George is no longer with us, so he was always up here with me the last few times anyway. But what I got to do next is, you see this this one here goes, where is it? Everything's backwards. There, I've got to go up there. So that shoulder, got to go along this ridge, up that shoulder, and then over a few tongues of snow, and that'll hopefully get me to Celinda, which is the minimum target today. If I have time, I can't leave the pup too long, but if I have time, I'll go up over another ridge to the next lake, Port Vieille. And what I would love to do is go up to the peak Estall, but we'll see. And if the lake isn't frozen over, I might go in for a paddle or a swim. Watch the space. Anyway, time for some brunch, I think. There, very popular destination. It's still one of the high lakes, but it's probably the easiest one to get to. I'll be up above that, but you get a good view here of my route up. So this is the shoulder I'm coming up, and I've got to go on up over that, and that's the call that I arrived at there, and you can see the zigzags all the way down, and then it joins the Lac Vert path there, and then you carry on past the little refuge, and then down through those trees and another few hundred meters descent, and you're there. But I prefer it up here. I've just been chatting with a nice young French guy who informs me that there's zero chance of getting to Celinda without crampons. He had to turn back because you gotta go across this bad boy here, and yeah, you just don't do it without crampons. It's as simple as that. I was saying that a couple of weeks ago I did a high lake in Lac de Portion, 2,500 meters, and the climb up to it was way steeper than this. On parts up, just solid snow and ice, and everybody had ropes, helmets, crampons, axes, you name it. And just on the way down, we saw this girl chatting with somebody else in shorts and t-shirt and trainers. Young people, they know no fear. Unfortunately, I do know fear, so I will be taking fewer chances than her. Yeah, you wouldn't want to slide down that. It's only probably 50 meters, but ain't worth it. I finally arrived at the crystal azure waters of Lac Celinda. Still haven't decided whether to go in for a swim or not. Let me know what you think. Should I? I don't know. I didn't bring my ice skates, so that's not an option. Can you hear that? But I am the only person here, apart from those wild wolves or whatever they are in the distance. Absolutely stunning. Where I might go, don't know, but you have to go up over this ridge to get to the next lake, which is 100 meters higher still. But I might just have my lunch here and have a think about it. Dinner time. Peak Esto. I don't think I'll go there today. I won't have time. It's beautiful up here, other than the flies. Total silence, which is about to be shattered by these crisps, which are ready to go. I'm only after watching a guy run across here. He was a trail runner, poles and just trainers, running shoes, but he ran across and he was slipping all over the place. What a nut. I mean, yeah, look at that, look how steep that is. Crazy. I mean, I've seen people going actually up over the top and round the top of the snow to avoid it, but going across it without spikes is just nuts. Oh well, he made it, so happy days.